And now that voting for the primary is over, it's time to look ahead to the presidential elections.
Experts say how people vote now could determine how they vote in November. Let's check back in with Chief Political Reporter Amanda Rooker and KCCI political analyst Dennis Goldford. Hi, you guys.
Hi, and there is a lot to break down as we look ahead to that November election. But we also want to talk about who came out to vote tonight. Obviously, we don't have the totals of turnout numbers right now, but we do have the numbers looking in prior years of who came out to turn out in primary elections. And Dennis, it's a smaller portion than who turns out in a general election.
It's much smaller. In primaries nationwide, only on average about 20% of eligible voters turn out. Over the last 4 primary election seasons in Iowa, the turnout for each party has been about 25 to 28%, something like that. So it's not huge turnout, and yet primaries are important because they determine who will be the choices in November.
And this will likely be, pretty consequential, especially when you look at all 4 House seats. Iowa's U.S. House seats are up for election this year. And there's no Senate race, there's no governor's race, but there is a presidential race. With that being at the top of the ticket, how could that potentially impact turnout for the general election in November?
Well, having a presidential race at the top of the ticket helps to encourage people to turn out who might not turn out otherwise. There are people who come out and vote for president and walk away and don't vote in any other race. But the general election with a presidential candidacy, with a presidential race, always increases the turnout over a midterm election. It's all about turnout. I've often said real estate people say the 3 most important factors in real estate are location, location, and location. In electoral politics, those factors are turnout, turnout, and turnout. Republicans take voting more seriously than Democrats. Older people take voting more seriously than younger people. So that gives a bit of an edge to Republicans. So Democrats have to work especially hard to get that turnout up where they need it.
Well, Dennis, thank you so much for breaking that down for us.